Please join me in prayer to the God of beautiful Audi, great career and great prospects, the God of classism and I'm doing alright Jack, so screw everybody else. It's just about this, isn't it? I mean, all these people you meet and you see driving around in nice Audis. I mean, and their designer beard. It's all modern. These teachers, the teachers and the NHS guys, the Unite Union guys and the lecturers, these are the absolute worst classists. You know what a racist is? Somebody who hates somebody because of the colour of their skin or their racial makeup. Yeah, well, a classist is probably, it's far more common in the UK, is someone that despises anyone from a lower class. This might be someone that doesn't earn as much as you, usually, who doesn't earn £45,000 a year, who doesn't drive a brand new Audi on heavily indebted HP. Yes, the chaff people, the poor people, the people who only have a £7 an hour job, not a £50 an hour job, or like a £600 an hour job, like the barristers. Yes, like for instance, certainly the police and the prison service and the CPS and the solicitors, these are very severe classists. I mean, even in the way they walk, the way they dress, they like to portray this positive, I'm doing well image, and they probably are. But it doesn't matter shit, you see, when somebody wants to attack their girls, if they're in a vulnerable position, if they're out for a drink with their mates, as we found in rich Telford, very well-to-do Telford. I've been there many times, in Staffordshire, roughly the Midlands in the UK, if you look at the map. Yes, all these good jobs and these career people and these jobs in the CPS and the police and the solicitors and businessmen exporting stuff and making stuff. Did they protect their girls? No. Maybe the fathers did to some extent, if they've managed to keep them away from these takeaways that are packed with illegals and packed with racist, supremacist men from a certain ideology. Yes, you'd be shocked at that, wouldn't you? Yes, oh, I thought it was all to do with peace. They were all beautiful individuals. Some of them might be. Individually, like our Winston Churchill said, individually, these people may exhibit excellent traits, may be trustworthy, they may be loyal, but the whole ideology, as soon as that influences them, they become like different people. Winston Churchill compared people possessed with Islam to being a rabid dog, a dog filled with hydrophobia. That's what they used to call rabies. Yes, this. When you compare his view of people filled with Islam, Sharia, doesn't this remind us of these Sharia mobs burning down Christian churches in Pakistan and murdering priests and murdering vicars? It does indeed. This is how they're like. You saw how they behaved in Paris. You know, they dared to make some cartoons of the prophets. They dared to make some cartoons, so half a dozen people got murdered for speaking ill of a 7th century Bedouin illiterate who, in their holy book, did execute people with his own knife and his own sword. Yeah, you're going to try and deny this, aren't you? But a lot of the people who follow this ideology don't even know this, because the book is so complicated and so disjointed and so badly organised, it's a very hard book to read. It's not a patch on the Bible. You wouldn't expect it to be, would you, really? Since large parts of their hadiths and this book were basically copied from Jewish, Greek and Christian ideas. The supremacism, we see that in Judaism. We see it to some extent in the Old Testament. But the thing is, this supremacism, this willingness to kill for their profit, the willingness to kill for their ideology, still remains today. We don't see gangs of Jewish terrorists or gangs of Jewish perverts attacking white European girls, but we do from another ideology, don't we? Yes, we do. It's happened for 30 years, and we're still trying to deny it. These plebs, like that James Fielding in the media, like that Sky News guy trying to really set up Tommy Robinson. My God, man, get an education. Just because you you're grossing £170,000 a year, or probably a lot more, for Sky, doesn't mean you know jack, in truth, about this ideology. Tommy knows a great deal about this ideology. Like Piers Morgan, that Nazi, that absolute Nazi that shouted down Piers Morgan, show some respect, man. Show some respect for a book he knows nothing about. Absolutely zilch about. Tommy established that in the interview. The likes of, even the other gang, the likes of Britain First. Oh, yo, you're dangerous far right. Paul Golding and Jada Franson have never hurt anyone. They've been set up for calling someone on the Theresa May's new hate speech laws. Bullshit laws. Absolute bullshit laws. If somebody says something and you feel a bit aggrieved for 2 minutes, you can call the police. Well, you see, this is just Sharia compliance, because that means that anyone that says anything or hands a leaflet about the mass grooming gangs or says a word about the Prophet's real war crimes, and there's loads of them. This is why they don't want you to speak about it, because there's so much to tell. Nobody cares if you say anything about Jesus, any truth about Jesus, because he never hurt a fly, basically. He was a victim of Jewish and Christian atrocity, wasn't he? As were many people of that time. He was treated like a terrorist for starting this Christianity movement for hundreds of years. But the thing is, none of the people writing these hit pieces, these hatchet jobs on Tommy Robinson or Paul or Jada, none of them know jack about this religion. We're just going through the same virtue signal keywords. Oh, racist, Nazi, bigot, blah blah blah. And if we don't shut up, if it doesn't shut them up, all you do is start shouting them and throwing bricks at you, like that Mock the Right twerp and these Antifa twerps. They don't know anything about it. Usually we don't even know what they're protesting about. We've established that. They've been interviewed in Manchester and London. What are you here for? I'm protesting against such and such. We don't even know what they're there for. Just that the guy at the Unite Union, at the Teachers Union, go down and shout your mouth off. Call them racists. That'll do. That's good enough. Well, actual fact, this ideology is racist and deeply supremacist to the core. If you plebs had read any of the Quran, any of this book, any of this ideology, you would already know this, but none of you have. You're too damn lazy. You're too busy and preoccupied. Oh, I've got to build a good career. Got to get a great credit rating. Got to buy a new Audi. Do overtime. I haven't got time to look on this website and read about all the throats he slit. Read about the 5,000 or 10,000 people he murdered on the Arabian Peninsula. I haven't got time. I'm too busy promoting this religion of peace nonsense to promote my career, because if I don't, they might call me racist. It might affect my career prospects. So you better start, all you people out there, including you career plonkers, better start realising, which side your bread's buttered, because, it's done no good. It's done no good denying these rape gangs. They're still going on. They're getting worse each year. And now, because they're jailing so many of them, we're going to see an ever-increasing number of our girls getting done away with, getting murdered, to cover these crimes, because they used to get away with it easily. This is part of the reason they come here. Oh, you can screw the white women, you can get a job in the kebab house, you can get a tax-free job and get loads of benefits and get your rent paid and sell heroin. They don't stop you, and they haven't for years. I just wanted to read you. I'm a Christian-based guy, but I'm no Bible basher. But I do understand all the principles. I'm not a great Christian, really, as in the common view, but I'd just like to read you a couple of lines. This is what it says in the Bible about protecting vulnerable people, and you just listen to this couple of lines, which is from Psalms, right? And who is fulfilling this command? Who is doing their best to protect the innocent, to protect the weak, to protect the 12-year-old girl, the disabled girl who's targeted by these weirdos? Who is it? Is it the CPS or Theresa May, or you jerks at Sky or the BBC, or is it Tommy Robinson, or is it Britain First? I don't want to bore you. It's just a short, just a paragraph. Here we are, Psalms 82:3-4. Right. This is Tommy all over it. This is Tommy and this is Paul Golding. It is in my eyes. I mean, Psalms. Give justice to the weak and fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted and the destitute. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. Well, it's certainly not, the police certainly haven't been doing that, have you? And the CPS haven't been doing that. And just this is a little section. It's regarding people that are being attacked, which could be physical attack, a violence attack, or for that matter, a child abuse attack. Doesn't this ring true to what Tommy and what Paul and Jada are doing? Proverbs 31:8-9. Open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and needy. And that is exactly what the police, Theresa May, all you the independent, guardian, plebs have not been doing. So not only have you been total cowards, total ignoramuses, you've also been totally unchristian, and you continue this all the time. You need to get your head screwed on and get back to basics. You know, where you're from and who you care about, because if it was anything up to me, you'd all have your asses kicked right out at the front door of your bloody papers. That's what you deserve. You really do. You deserve to be kicked out and to get a kicking. See you guys.